At its height, this empire commanded nearly half of the entire human population on Earth, over 100 million people under a single throne. The annual tax revenue flowing into its capital could fund 20 modern nations, and its military machine moved with such precision it conquered 3 continents before most kingdoms even knew it existed. Leave before number 1 and you'll miss the most insane entry on this list. Let's count down from number 10. Number 10, the Mongol Empire. In just 25 years, Genghis Khan and his descendants carved out the largest contiguous land empire in human history, spanning 12 million square miles from Korea to Hungary. The Mongol horse archers could fire accurately at full gallop and ride up to 80 miles per day, allowing them to conquer entire kingdoms in weeks. Their psychological warfare was so effective that cities surrendered without a fight after witnessing neighboring populations annihilated. But their sheer land mass is nothing compared to what's coming next. Number 9, the Ottoman Empire. For over 600 years, the Ottomans dominated 3 continents and controlled the critical trade routes between Europe and Asia, making Constantinople the wealthiest city on earth. Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent commanded an army of 140,000 soldiers and a navy that terrorized the entire Mediterranean Sea. The elite Janissary Corps were trained from childhood to be the most feared infantry units in the world. Their staying power was legendary, but they never reached the economic heights of number 8. Number 8, the Spanish Empire. After Columbus opened the Americas, Spain's treasure fleets carried over 180 tons of gold and 16,000 tons of silver back to Europe in the 1500s alone. The Spanish controlled territories from California to Argentina, from the Philippines to the Netherlands, becoming the first empire where the sun literally never set. Their silver pesos became the world's first global currency, accepted from Beijing to London. But their wealth couldn't match the cultural impact of number 7. Number 7, the Islamic Caliphate. Within just a century of Prophet Muhammad's death, the Rashidun and Umayyad caliphates exploded from the Arabian Peninsula to control territory from Spain to India. At its peak in 750 AD, it was the largest empire the world had ever seen, governing 29% of the world's population. The House of Wisdom in Baghdad became humanity's greatest library, preserving Greek philosophy and advancing mathematics, astronomy, and medicine while Europe languished in the Dark Ages. Yet their intellectual contributions pale beside the raw military dominance of number 6. Number 6, the Russian Empire. By 1900, the Tsars ruled over 1/6 of the planet's land surface, 8.8 million square miles, making it the 3rd largest empire ever. The Trans-Siberian Railway, built to connect this massive territory, stretched 5,772 miles and took 25 years to complete. Russia's population of 128 million gave it the largest standing army in Europe, with over 1.4 million active soldiers. Their size was impressive, but they lacked the economic sophistication of number 5. Number 5, the French Empire. Napoleon's Grande Armée conquered most of Europe with revolutionary tactics, controlling 750,000 square miles at its continental peak. But the Second French colonial empire became even more powerful, governing territories in Africa, Southeast Asia, and the Pacific that covered over 4.9 million square miles. French became the global language of diplomacy, and Paris set cultural standards for the entire Western world. Their cultural influence was massive, but their military never matched the perfection of number 4. Number 4, the Persian Empire. Cyrus the Great created the world's first superpower, stretching from India to Greece and governing 44% of the world's population around 480 BC. The royal road spanning 1,600 miles allowed messages to travel the empire in just 7 days using a relay system, the ancient world's version of the internet. Persian administrative genius created standardized currency, a professional postal service, and the first declaration of human rights. Their innovations were groundbreaking, but their territory was surpassed by number 3. Number 3, the Roman Empire. Rome's legions conquered the entire Mediterranean world, creating an empire of 2.3 million square miles that lasted over 400 years in the west and 1,500 years in the east. Roman engineering gave us concrete, aqueducts, and roads so well built that some are still used today, 2,000 years later. At its peak under Trajan, 70 million people, 21% of humanity, lived under Roman law. Their legal system still forms the foundation of Western civilization, but they never achieved the unprecedented reach of number 2. Number 2, the British Empire. By 1920, Britain ruled 13.7 million square miles and 412 million people, nearly a quarter of humanity under one crown. The Royal Navy's 1,400 warships enforced Pax Britannica, and English became the global language of commerce and science. British India alone governed 300 million people, more than any previous empire's entire population. The sun never set on British territory, with possessions on every inhabited continent. They came closest to true global domination, but one empire actually succeeded. And finally, number 1, the Qing dynasty of China. At its peak in 1790, the Qing Empire commanded 432 million people, that's 37% of every human being alive, the highest percentage any empire has ever governed. The tax revenue from this massive population made the Qianlong Emperor wealthier than all of Europe's monarchs combined, with annual silver income exceeding 70 million taels. The Qing controlled 5.7 million square miles across East Asia, and its capital Beijing was the world's largest city with over 1 million residents. China's examination system created the world's first meritocratic bureaucracy, and its porcelain, silk, and tea dominated global trade for centuries. No empire before or since has held such a large fraction of humanity under a single authority. So there you have it, empires that reshaped human civilization through conquest, innovation, and sheer ambition. Drop a comment below with which empire you think was truly the most powerful and why. Smash that like button and subscribe for a brand new top 10 every single day.